Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. Yep, here I am on Thursday. As I mentioned in my video last week, I think I did anyway. Maybe I didn't. But I am moving, excuse me, my live videos to Thursday because my husband, yay, is going to be taking Fridays off now. He's finally trying to take a little more time away from our store. So that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm moving my videos to Thursday in case we want to do something on Fridays. So I can't call them Friday Fun Day anymore. So I am calling them Stamp Happy. So today is the 29th of June and the last day to use this code if you want to order with me. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is the address to my shopping site. So if you don't have a demonstrator and you see something you would like to order from Stampin' Up!, I would really appreciate it if you thought about ordering with me. That would be awesome. You'll always find my, as long as I change it, which I try to be doing, you should always be able to find this in the description box below, as well as on the landing page when you go to my shopping site. Okay. And if you shop with me and spend $50 in a month before shipping and taxes, if you have taxes for that in your state, then I will send you a little thank you gift the following month. Okay, there's two things I just want to tell you about real quick because these are ending tomorrow at the end of the day, and that is the Designer Series paper sale. So you can save 15% off of select papers, but it's pretty much all of the Designer Series papers. And then also the starter kit if you would like to join up, excuse me, whether to start a business or just get a discount. You can do that for $99, but you get to choose $155 worth of any products of your choice. So that's a really great deal. All right, let's get on with it. Today I'm making a really cute card that I totally cased off of Pinterest. So I just thought it was really cute and fun. I wanted to use the Sweetest cherry set. This is just such a cute set. You can get it in a bundle with the stamp set and the punch. So you can totally just punch out a bunch of cherries if you want to. You don't even need the stamp set if you don't want the stamp set. But it does punch out the cherry, the stem, and a couple of leaves there. It's got this fun kind of basket weave background and some really great sentiments here that are in a really fun, bold font. And it is a clear stamp set, so you can see where you're stamping very easily. All right, so there is that. I'm also going to be using these papers, so you could save 15% on these papers if you like them. These are the Designer Series papers in 6x6. They come in all the color families, and I happen to have the one in the brights. And I'll just flip through so you can see the patterns really quick. I like bright colors. Well, I like all the colors, but I tend to always gravitate towards bright colors. It's got a fun heart pattern in here, and polka dots, as well as stripes and like kind of hash marks. So anyway, that is the papers. And if you are watching me live, thank you so much. And don't be afraid to say hello and give me a thumbs up if you would there, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you're catching the replay, that is awesome. All right, so I've got all my parts and pieces here. It's always good to have all your parts and pieces, right? Okay. So I cut myself a top folding card this time out of Melon Mambo, which is this really pretty kind of hot pink color. And so it is cut 11 inches by 4¼ and scored at 5½ to create our top folding card. Now this makes a great side folding card this way too. Just easy. All right, and I cut a bunch of strips out of that patterned paper in a rainbow shade of colors here. So these are going to be fun. And let's see, I have a piece of white for the inside, and that is that one. I've got a piece of white for the outside and a piece of black, which I can go ahead and put down. So my black is cut at 4 by 5¼ If you don't go on Pinterest to get ideas, it's a really great place to go. You can even, if you have like a stamp set from any kind of company, or a particular stamp, you can go in and put the name and usually get a whole plethora of ideas using that stamp or stamp set or product. I love looking at Pinterest for that. Okay, so we are going to start here with this piece. And I have put in my stamp positioner the word sweet. And I just need to remember where to line up my card here. That looks about right. I think I want to move it up just a little bit, actually. Let me see how that goes. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay. And then I'm just going to stamp that up with my tuxedo black. Hi, Martha. Thanks for joining me. It's probably going to take a while for people to get used to seeing me here on Thursdays instead of Fridays. But we'll get there. That turned out pretty good, but I'm going to do it one more time. I see a little bit of white peeking through there. Nice. So I want to tell you all, if you do Saturday morning makes, and if you haven't heard of Saturday morning makes, I'll just give you a little background on it. I've been taking part in it now for, I guess we've been doing it for 3 years. It was started by Jill Norwood here on YouTube, and she started it originally during the pandemic as a way for people to get busy doing and sharing their art. And okay, I'm going to pull this plate off of here because I've got the rest of my sentiment on another plate loaded up. And so she wanted to allow herself during her busy schedule time to craft a little bit on Saturday mornings, and just make it a habit and have a place for people to share on that particular day. And it was called Saturday Morning Makes with the hashtag, and it really took off. And so yeah, it's been like a good 3 years now. So Jill and I collaborated. Now that one turned out really good. I should probably just do it one more time anyway. We collaborated on a Facebook group. I already had one started that I called Our Crafty Creations. And come to find out, when we collaborated here together and changed the name, there's another group with that same name. So if you went looking for Our Crafty Creations by the name of it, you might end up in a different place, which is another crafting group in another country. And I think it's weird that Facebook would allow two pages or two group pages to have the same name, but there it is. Anyway, so we wanted a place on Facebook where people could go and show off their Saturday morning make things on Saturdays, and then what you make throughout the week as well. So the group is called Saturday Morning Makes, and today's too. And then you'll also see the hashtag there for Sat Morn Makes. And oopsie, I probably shouldn't use Kleenex because it likes to stick to that sticky stamp. Anyway, so the information, I will put the information for the group below in the description box after the video here, so you can find it. And some people just don't do videos on YouTube or share things on Instagram, but they don't mind doing it on Facebook. So it's just a place for you to share or gain inspiration from seeing what others create. But I hope you will join us there. Okay, so I'm just putting these kind of in the order that I want to put them on the page here, on the paper. And I just took a piece of each one of those papers, the 6x6, and cut a 1/2 inch strip. So that's what they are. And I'm just going to bring my little silicone mat up here. I'm going to start with the bottom strip so I can build up, because you don't want to start at the top and come down and find that you've ran out of room. And that is why I also put the greeting on first, so that you can just build from the bottom and go up and know that you're going to have room for what you're doing. So I'm going to lay these down at an angle like the word is there. And I'm just going to go. I'm going to come up from the top of the word just a bit. And I'm just going to go right like that. Okay, so that color happens to be Coastal Cabana. This one is, let me look at the back here. I'm pretty sure that's Granny Apple Green. It could be Lemon Lime Twist though. Maybe it's Lemon Lime Twist. I think so. Yeah. That's a new to me color, so I haven't gotten quite used to it yet. And then you see how these have little lines. It doesn't really matter, but I thought it was kind of fun to, when I line it up, to offset them from the lines below, kind of. So they're not just lining up exactly with the lines on the color below. So there is that. And now we're going on to yellow, which is Daffodil Delight. And the reason I went with the this pattern is because I wanted it to be more the color and not so much with the white background. Because you want that color to be bold and beautiful here to create this kind of rainbow look, I guess. And now we've got Pumpkin Pie, which is this orange. So this is a good kind of card to do with scraps. If you keep your strips that we always seem to have a lot of these 1/2 inch strips. Now I didn't with this paper pack yet because I haven't used it that much. So I just went ahead and cut my 1/2 inch strips. But like with my cardstock, especially my the black and white, well, all the colors really when you're cutting card bases and things, seems like we always end up with a bunch of 1/2 inch strips left over. And I save those, and I find that I use them a lot. Okay, I don't want my lines matching up here, so let me, there we go. That works. Okay, quick and easy. Now, when I cut these off, I'm going to save those because I'm going to be using them on the inside. I like to, some people don't turn the card over and cut off the excess from the back, but for me, it's just easier because I want to be able to see to not cut the card base. And if I'm cutting from the top side, I can't see where I'm cutting. So I always like to turn it over and cut it from the back. And I'm using some non-stick scissors here because I have that adhesive on there. And I found these scissors at Hobby Lobby, actually. I think they're just their brand. So even though, yeah, it gets sticky on there, it's really much easier to get it off. And they were very inexpensive. And you know, Hobby Lobby does that thing where I think it's like every other week they put a lot of their paper crafting or, you know, different brands on sale. So hit it when they're on sale. Okay, so cute. All right, there is that. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so we can carry on here. All right, next up, I have got a piece of vellum and a piece of white that I'm going to die cut. Let me bring my little cute machine in here. So I am just using my circle dies. It's unfortunate to me that Stampin' Up! Retired these. I continue to use them. They do have a set that has all like 3 or 4 different shapes in various sizes, but I just continue to use what I have here. So I'm going to cut this piece of vellum with the scalloped edge die. Okay. So cute. And then I'm going to cut my piece of white with the straight edged one that's slightly smaller. Okay, so there we are done with the die cutting. Hi, Angela. You found me on Thursday. Okay, so let me bring this back in. Actually, I'm just going to stack that there for a minute and we'll do the stamping next. So I've got the cherry, the leaf, and the stem loaded up on blocks here ready to go. And I'm going to stamp the leaves first, and I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. And what did I do with the punch? Here it is. So when you've got multiple images, and I've talked about this before, but when you've got multiple images on a punch, you need to be mindful of how the shape is and where it is on the punch so that you don't stamp out a bunch of stuff, put it in here, and then find that you're cutting into something that you've already stamped and don't want to ruin. Sorry about my throat clearing. Okay, so I'm going to do the leaves first, and I'm just looking to see how it's laid out here in the punch. And so I know I can stamp it in the corner, and I want that sharpest point of the leaf going up like that. So I'm going to just stamp it right there. Sometimes you have to trim your paper a bit to get it to fit into the punch the way you want it. There we go. But I think I'll be okay this time. So there is one cute little leaf. And then I'm going to do the other one in the corner. Well, actually, I need to do it on that side. And so I can do the same thing, but this time the sharpest point is going to be pointing down. So there's my other one. Now, if you're really good, it did cut that stem out. You could line up your stamp and stamp the stem, but I'm not that good. Okay, so let's see here. Do I want to? I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and trim this off. And I think I will, I want to fit all my things on there as best as I can. So I'm using Early Espresso. For the stem. I'm making 2 cherries, so I need 2 stems. I don't think I can fit the other one there. So let me see. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to trim this off, and then I won't be cutting into, but I'm also going to have to put a sticky tab on there. I have some little mermaid ones that somebody gave me. It's got a little sequin. Well, that won't work, so I'm going to have to... Where's my sticky on it? Okay, I can do this. I know I can. Bear with, I will get it. I shouldn't have cut it. We're going to get it, I promise. You know what? I think that just isn't very sticky is the problem. And if I do it down there like that, I won't see it. So, gee, Jana, wise up and turn it over. Okay. It really doesn't have to be this difficult. I am just the one making it that way. Got it. Okay. Phew. That was ridiculous. All right, so now for the cherries. I'm going to stamp them in that same Melon Mambo color. Wow, I got my block nice and inky. Nope, I don't want to do that. Definitely much easier than the stem was. All right, now then, I have got room left to stamp that other cherry. And I'm going to close this up before I stick my fingers in it. And there's my cherry, and now we can get on with it. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of my white circle here and attach that to the vellum. And there's a little piece of that sticky note on the back of that stem. So I'm just going to glue the stem onto the cherry. May as well do them both at the same time. And I'm going to glue one cherry straight down here. And I need some dimensionals. There we go. And I need some for the back of the cherry there. Let's see here. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue at the top of this stem. And then position this cherry over the other one and into the middle of those leaves, just like that. Okay. Now, before I go any further, let me bring my card base in, make sure I've got the fold at the top, and get this attached. I just love the bright colors in this. And then when you put it against that black and the black words, it just pops. Too fun. All right, now then, I need to put some adhesive right in the middle here because I have cut a piece of this black sparkly ribbon. And I want to be able to just stick it down. So I've got, I think, plenty enough. So let me see here. Let me cut my little angles. And let's just do it this way. I might have to trim it a bit. There we go. Okay, now then, just put some more dimensionals on the back of this. And hopefully I don't have to adjust those over the top of that ribbon, we'll see. But this is going to go right on here. Yay! I think we're good. So there is that. Now for the inside. So I've got my piece cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and remember how I saved those little ends? So what I'm gonna do, they have adhesive on them, probably good enough, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna start at the top over here and line up in the same order that I have them on the front of the card. I'm going to put 3 of the pieces at the top of the longer ones that I cut. Just like that. And then I'm going to put the other 2 colors at the bottom of the shorter pieces. So I'm just leaving a little edge of the white at the bottom down here and at the side up there. And here's the green one. So there we go. And then there's still room in the middle to put whatever I want to put there. But right now I'm just going to leave it. You guys know I usually always do that because I never know who these cards are going to. So I like to wait and put that sentiment inside after I know who it's going to and for what reason. This one obviously is going to be a birthday card, but you know, it depends on if you're sending it to family or who you're sending it to. You might want to have the word love in there or something else. So I just kind of like to wait if it's a card I'm keeping. Now, if it's a card that I'm going to turn around and maybe sell, then I would put some kind of generic birthday greeting on the inside. But there it is. Isn't it? Oh, no, wait, I've got to put the sparkle. I forgot that. Got to add the bling. So I'm about to the last little bits of this package of basic jewels here. That one has something stuck to it. A little sliver of paper, it looks like. So I don't want to use that. All right. Come on now. Give me one that's nice and sticky. I've had these for quite some time, and some of them are not wanting to cooperate. Okay, so down at the bottom, I'm going to put another big one. And another small one if I can get one that's happy. There we go. Now it's finished. And I hope you like it. Like I said, I totally cased this card from Pinterest. But whoever made it originally, I hope that they are just flattered that someone liked their card enough to copy it. And there's the one I practiced on. The reason why I moved my word sweet down a little bit on this one is because I did not want to go over the corner like I did in this one. It doesn't matter really. They're both still cute. But yeah, I just didn't want to have my strips end up that high on this one. So there is that. Story time. Okay, when does the Stampin' Up! Christmas stuff come out? Angela asks. It comes out the beginning, I believe, of July. I don't know if it's the first or the third. I'll look that up and I will, the comments in the chat don't stay really, but I can look that up and I will put it on the comments below after the video's done, Angela. Okay, so you can come back and look for that. All right, so we are still in A Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevenson. And we left off with the unseen playmate. When children are playing alone on the green, in comes the playmate that never was seen. When children are happy and lonely and good, the friend of the children comes out of the wood. Nobody heard him and nobody saw. He is a picture you never could draw, but he's sure to be present abroad or at home when children are happy and playing alone. He lies in the laurels, he runs on the grass, he sings when you tinkle the musical glass. Whenever you are happy and cannot tell why, the friend of the children is sure to be by. He loves to be little, he hates to be big. 'Tis he that inhabits the caves that you dig. 'Tis he when you play with your soldiers of tin that sides with the Frenchman and never can win. 'Tis he when at night you go off to your bed, bids you go to your sleep and not trouble your head. For whenever they're lying in cupboard or shelf, 'tis he will take care of your playthings himself. From a railway carriage. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. All of the sights of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Okay, I think we will end it with those. Those were two little bit longer ones. Sometimes they're really short and sweet. And next time we'll start with winter time. Okay, one thing back to Saturday Morning Makes is Jill loves to do Christmas in July with her tags and her making of things. And I thought that would be fun to do also, get a jump start on some of our Christmas crafting. So you can craft Christmas along if you want to with Christmas in July, or you can just make whatever your heart desires. But I hope you will go over and join Saturday Morning Makes and Today's too on Facebook and play along with us. At least post some things if you're a Facebook person, and enjoy the group. Thanks so much for being with me today. I'm glad you guys found me here on Thursday. Again, I'm calling these videos Stamp Happy. And I will be back for a Saturday Morning Makes video. And have a great 4th of July. Enjoy and stay safe. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.